don't even know if you could call him my nemesis, but I used to have to try to guard the prototype of the small forward today and power forward, the great Elvin Hayes of the University of Houston. Elvin, I don't want to start with UCLA and those games. What I want to talk about is your accomplishments in our league, if you don't mind.
Okay, that would be great.
12-time NBA All-Star, 1978 NBA champion, NBA scoring champ, 68-69. In his rookie season, averaged 28 points, 17 rebounds. Two-time NBA rebound leader. His number 11 is retired by the Washington Wizards. His number 44, of course, that all of us wanted to wear as kids, was retired by the Houston Cougars. Elvin, there's a lot more, but one of the things I wanted to talk about in particular was I told a story in the last interview conversation we had, and Connie Hawkins made a statement I thought was profound. Brian Winters had 40-some points when he was with the Lakers. Connie was on the team. He was smoking a cigarette and drinking a can of beer. You know how Connie was.
Oh, yeah.
And he walked by him. He said, "Hey, Rook, you had a heck of a game." "Yeah, Connie, I had a great game. Everything went well. The ball was just falling. I couldn't even talk about it." Connie sat down next to him, took a drink of that beer, looked at that cigarette, hit on it, and blew smoke in Brian's face and said, "Rook, but can you do it every night?"
Every night.
You and I talked about that coming down.
That's right.
What was the motivation, Elvin, to be great like that?
Well, I think that, you know, when you start, for me was when I started playing basketball, and especially when I got around the 11th grade and 12th grade, and then I got to the University of Houston, I never really wanted to sit on the bench. When I was a sophomore, Coach sitting me on the bench the whole year. And my junior year, I came up off of that bench and I never wanted to sit on it again. And I think that when I got into the pros, it was just a no-brainer that, hey, I have arrived where I want to be, and that I am not going to that bench again. And I played like I never, you know, wanted to go to that bench again.
Let me tell you, because I was a role player.
Yeah.
90% of our league is role players.
That's right.
Some of the hardest things for our young players to understand is
right.
that you're not the first option, Elvin is.
Yeah.
You're not the second option, Bobby D is.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You're not the third option.
That's right.
But you better produce.
That's right. You have to produce.
And see, those are some of the things that we were talking about. But I'd like to know, you know, you asked me a question about the Cavs, and I want to save that for later. But you're down, what do you think of our league? I know you do the university game, so you see the young kids, but you also watch your game, our game.
Yeah.
You know, where do you see this game based on when you came in, Elvin?
Well, you know, I think that the game is really is a great game, but I don't think it's the same game because of the fact that I think a lot of players they are role players.
Yes.
And they are not really game players. Where Bobby D went out on the court and you know what he was going to produce
every night.
Yeah, and you don't. And guys today, you can't say, "Hey, that guy going to produce every night." It's a difference when players producing and a player just a role player, and I think that the league they have both. But they have more of role players now than they do of night after night guys.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it's become an international game.
Yes, very.
You know, very international.
Very international.
Because I remember Commissioner Silver saying that 99% of our fans will never attend an NBA game.
That's right.
So it's global.
That's right.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, people don't know how far many of us have come because I'm a country boy, Mississippi, Holly Springs,
I hear you.
Mississippi. And it's a little bit different mentality because we see struggle in front of us every day.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I just wondered what made you, other than playing consistently, what motivated you to want to be a pro athlete based upon your circumstances?
Well, I think, we had a lot of great players come out of North Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Bill Russell, Willis Reed, and just so many great players, Herschel West, so many great players. And I think that you tried to mimic your game after those guys. And Russell was a guy that went out every night and played. He set the tempo, he set the tone, he did everything for the game. And I think that when you're young, you're trying to mimic those guys. And I know for me, I was going out trying to mimic Bill Russell. And I think I always felt I was a better defensive player than just an offensive and a rebounder, because Bill Russell, I always really mimicked myself after Russ, and I always felt I was a better shot blocker than I was a rebounder and a scorer. Yeah. But it's one of those things, I think you come up in an area where they look at you and they say, you got to be an offensive, you got to be a rebounder. And I think they begin to promote that in you, and pretty soon, that's where you are.
Yeah, they maybe. I mean, I came into the ABA, you remember when I came
in,
highest priced athlete.
That's true.
Of all time in the history of our sport. I signed to the New York Nets for $1 million.
Yeah.
And I bet you I wasn't worth, let's see, had no clue. Coming out of Marquette, only my second year, I had no clue.
That's
and
right.
I remember, Elvin, sitting there trying to live up to the money. Because at that time, I was making more than Kareem and all those guys.
That's right.
That year till the next year, the money just went crazy.
Yeah, till the NBA opened up.
I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah.
No one to pattern my game after.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
true.
I missed the nourishment that you had just coming from Monroe.
That's true.
Larry Wright,
That's right. Larry, all of the guys. Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go. I mean, your wealth of knowledge, is more than I expected, because a lot of times guys just want to talk about the game.
Yeah.
But we have a front line. And I know you've been watching.
Yeah.
A 7-footer that plays like you.
Yeah.
His jumper ain't as strong as yours.
Yeah.
But it's because he's not strong country body.
That's
like
right.
us. His name is Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
And then we have Jared Allen.
Yeah.
But Mobley plays like you. They're talking about Chris Bosh. And you got, no. See, they haven't. I didn't guard. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
But he's more like you than I've seen of any player. What do you think about that?
Wow, that's surprising.
It's different the way I see the game and the way you see the game, because you were at the top. I just want to give you all your accolades, because I not only have watched you, but I took those beatings. You didn't have to get 36 and 20 on me every time we play. You didn't have to do that, and you didn't have to. And listen, you know what your husband would tell me? He would say, "You ain't got to play like that. I'm at 235. He's 250, all muscle. I'm trying to get over the top. Remember, I could never keep you off that spot. And I knew that shot when you turned baseline, just to shoot the bank shot, I knew where it was.
That's right.
But every time, I knew you made an adjustment.
That's right.
Let me ask you a question. Were you timing it not off my hand, but when I made the turn? That's when you were making your adjustment as far as the release?
Yeah, Bob Lanier, said, everybody play in the game. No, Elvin Hayes is going to come down on that right side. He going to take 2 bounces, and he going to turn, and he going to shoot. He said, everybody knows this. And there ain't nothing we can do.
No, and he told the truth. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do. Thank you, Elvin.
Thank you, my friend.
God bless.
God bless you.